Good morning. Hope we are all good on this Sunday. Wanted to talk today about why new habits are so hard to form, number one, and how to not necessarily make them easier, but change your mindset to wanting to change. And this stemmed actually from a message I got from one of the ladies, Amanda, 2 days ago on Friday. And she said, we spoke about a few things, and she said that something had happened in her life at the moment, a stress that she noticed, and this goes back to what I spoke about the other day, about when you're struggling to find wins, when you're struggling for confidence, thinking that you're failing, just consider the gap and the opportunity you now have when you fail, your perceived failure, or you go off plan, or you're losing track. You have an opportunity to shorten the gap compared to last time, about how quickly you get back on it. That's a great opportunity, by the way. And she noticed this, and she said, normally, in this stressful situation that I've encountered, I binge eat, comfort eat. I'm off home for a healthy dinner, some exercise. I think this is working for me. And I said, like, how amazing that is, and how do you feel? And she said, really good. I'm eating healthy, exercising, I'm lost 6 pounds, benefits. I'm finding it easier to move. She's matching it to how she wants to look and feel. I've got to the point, this is the best bit, I've got to the point where I want to succeed. And that is such a key difference here, because the pain of staying the same is now greater than the pain of change. Because let's face it, there is a pain of change. It takes effort to come out of our comfort zones, to do new stuff, to whether that's to see if I can get to an exercise session on time, with work, with commitments, to plan my day is effort, to say, will I be the unfittest one there? I don't know. Will I be able to do the exercise? All these things that go in our head, which aren't true, by the way, completely not true, but they do take effort and energy. And sometimes it's easier, if the pain of staying the same isn't high enough, to actually just say, actually, I'm not going to do it. And this is why the other day I was chatting to one of the ladies, and we were talking about why she's not doing a certain habit. I said, she's quite content. That was the thing. She's quite content, and that's okay. But then I said, how come you keep getting annoyed with yourself? How come you keep getting annoyed with yourself for not doing it if you feel content? Which is like, because I don't think I actually am. And it was quite interesting as we went into it. I said, okay, how do you want to feel? And then she spoke about, well, I'd love to start being able to run again, but I can't at the moment. I'd love to be able to wear half the wardrobe that doesn't fit at the moment. And all these reasons started coming out. And then what we've done is we've taken the top 2 to 3. This is something that we do in our 28-day Kickstart, in our accountability books. Where is it? I'm still alive. I bet that was a crazy one. Here it is. So this is something we do in here, where we look at the top. This is a CBT technique where we look at the top 2 to 3 benefits. Top 2 to 3 benefits of doing this. What's the point? And then we check in with them every day. Sounds really bizarre, but what you fill your brain with will impact how you feel. How you feel will impact what you do. So remember that relationship. So anyway, she's written them down, and she's made a simple rule this week that in the evening, after dinner, she's finished. And she's accountable to that every day this week. She's going to go, right, I'm going to have my dinner, then I'm done. Supper and a cuppa. Because picking after dinner is her thing. Now, she's now slowly changing to wanting to change, wanting to succeed, if you like, because her attention's always been on what she's having to give up. Oh, I'm going to have to give up, like, eating when I'm not hungry after dinner. And not that she has to, but all the time. But it's about, why are we doing that habit? Well, it's just there. It's the end of the day. Do you want to do it? Not really. Do you get anything from it? Not really. Of course, it will taste nice at the moment in the mouth. Yeah. Can't get away from that. That's a fact. But it's not what she actually wants. And my point here is that putting her attentions on essentially what she's depriving herself of by having it, by eating after dinner every day, is increasing her calories so that she can't go back to running. She's depriving herself of being able to wear half her wardrobe, which she really wants to fit into. And rather than thinking I'm depriving myself of eating when I'm not hungry after dinner, she's thinking, by doing that, I'm actually depriving myself of all these things. And that's just the fact. But that's not to say, like I said, she's not going to do it. And I said, like, there will be days where you don't do it. And there might be a social event, unlikely in these circumstances, but it could be a family event. But ultimately, you just shorten the gap. When it happened, great. How quickly can you get back on it? How quickly can you just go, I enjoyed that, and I'm actually choosing to have it? Because there's a difference between saying, I can't have that, versus I am choosing not to have that. Okay? So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some insight into maybe sometimes why things feel so hard. Maybe your attention is on what you're depriving yourself of if you took it away, rather than what you're depriving yourself of by doing it. Simple switch. Anyway, I hope that helps. Any questions, as always, do let me know. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but this week we start our next 28-day Kickstart in Marlborough, in Devizes, all from home. If you want more details on that, let me know. Send over a message. I'll get you the details. We start this week, later in the week, this week, if you want more information on that. It's a flexible start date, so have a lovely Sunday. I'm actually off to the studio later today in Devizes to sort a few things out, as I was yesterday in Marlborough. So just getting back ready to go for this week ahead. Anyway, speak soon. Any questions, let me know. Take care.